Hello folks, this is Naeem Aslam, Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade. Welcome to our daily video analysis segment. Let's begin by looking at the equity market reaction over in the United States. All the three major indices surged well over 7%, giving us a clear indication that yes, perhaps the bottom is in place. Now, as shown in the chart, the S&P 500 index is clearly in an upward trend and the momentum is fairly strong. Now, this brings the question if that bottom is really in place. Well, to answer that question is pretty easy. All what you have to do is you have to look at on the 200 on the weekly chart and compare it with the 200 weekly moving average, simple moving average. Now, price has clearly moved above that, especially for the S&P 500 index. Now, this gives me a firm affirmation that okay, now the momentum is going to continue to the upside. But when it comes to the UK, coronavirus has taken a turn for worse. Why? Because the British Prime Minister has ended up in hospital. Now, he is in intensive care and traders are worried with this that okay, perhaps the UK could be left without any leader. Right now, I think when we're looking at the price action with respect to sterling and with respect to FTSE, I do not see any major panic. I think speculators are not ready to bet on this particular idea. They're still very much okay with the price action, and everything for them is on track. Now, speaking of the general coronavirus environment, the number keeps on falling when it comes to Europe, and I'm speaking of Italy, Germany, France, Spain. All the numbers, it seems like that the outbreak is somewhat contained now, and the major reason that we're seeing this massive rally in the equity markets is because there is a huge prospect of the economies or policymakers ending the global lockdown. Of course, we have seen the global lockdown ending over in Austria, and there are also discussion of opening schools in Denmark as well. So all of this is a very positive momentum. But remember, as long as the lockdown remain in place, as long as the coronavirus cases continue to surge, as long as the death rate continue to explode over in the United States, we are not going to be out of the woods. I think coronavirus is still very much going to remain at the forefront of everything, and that is going to influence the market and influence the economic numbers. However, the German industrial production number which came out today were a lot more better than the expectation. So we are seeing some sort of a silver lining. Now, to look at the Forex industry, in the Forex price action, we had the RBA announcing its cash rate. Nothing changed with respect to that, but the monetary policy, the overall tone is still very much dovish, and that is what the major focus is for the markets. Now, to finish off in the commodity space, crude, I'm still very much bullish. I think that the move is going to continue to the upside, and similarly for the precious metal, and I'm speaking of oil, gold right now. I think the momentum is still skewed to the upside, and it is highly likely for the price to go beyond the 1700 mark. That's all for today. Keep safe, keep your positions protected by using AvaProtect, and see you guys tomorrow.